Alright, Chrome Dummers, welcome back. I'm Old Bald Guy, aka OBG, and it's time for week 46. So we are heading down the freeway into the final turn. We have approximately 3 more weeks left, and we have run into a bit of a challenge here that I want to talk about. First, let's go through where we stand with the results. As you can see here, we have not made a ton of GP improvement this week, primarily because all we've been doing is farming for Gear 12 gear, and we've put on 4 pieces, but still that's not a lot. When it comes to GP, it's a little bump here, a little bump there, and the guy that we're farming right now is not a pilot, the Sith Trooper. So it's fine. It's not a big deal. Obviously, we're not in a GP race. We do want to get to 4 million GP soon, but a lot of that is going to come post Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. So, as you can see here, we have not made a ton of progress. A total GP gain of just under 2,000 GP, which is absolutely not much. So, if you take a look down here at our status, which I can't show you right now, at our status over here, we are at 40 out of 65 on Finalizer still. Veteran Smuggler Han has gotten up to Gear 10, and as I mentioned, we are 4/6 of the way down the Gear 12 road with Sith Trooper. He should reach there later this week. We started him on about a week and a half ago. We finished First Order Stormtrooper right on Sunday, and then the following Sunday we'd gotten the Sith Trooper up to 12.4, and I finished 12.5 yesterday, which would have been Monday. So on Tuesday we have 1 piece to go, so we should make it no problem by the weekend, which leaves us Veteran Smuggler Han. Should take us about 2 weeks to finish him off. We only have to get him to Relic 3. Then we come to our problem, which is Finalizer. 40 out of 65. Not really that big of a deal, except for the fact that the next 2 finalizers are in a couple of days. I think on the 28th, which I think is next Tuesday or something like that, or next Sunday, and then it's on September 13th. So that is basically 2.5 weeks. Basically 3 weeks away from today, but it's a couple of days past our target date, and I don't think I can double refresh Finalizer. So, unfortunately, it looks like we will not finish it. We'll finish Finalizer on September 13th and go directly into the Supreme Leader Kylo Ren ticket farming mode and start trying to get some other things geared up in the meantime while we wait for him to get unlocked. So it'll put us 2 days behind. Not a huge deal, but it is a bit of a problem because I don't believe I can do 2 refreshes for Finalizer in 1 week. We'll try if we can do 2 refreshes. I'd like to gain, because we'll probably finish Veteran Smuggler Han sometime around Tuesday or Wednesday of the last week, and I would like to have an extra week of generating tickets so that we can make more progress on the event. But that doesn't look like it's going to happen. We'll find out on Sunday. I'm definitely going to do 1 refresh on Sunday, and if it lets me do a second one, bingo bongo, finish Finalizer. If it doesn't, then we'll have to wait till the 13th. So, kind of weird with the scheduling. They have one on the 13th and one on the 18th. I don't understand why they did that. Like, normally they're 2 weeks apart, 2.5 weeks apart, and now they're 4 days apart. Kind of odd. But, in any case, that's where we're at on that. Outside of that, the other very interesting thing to talk about is Galactic Battles Conquest. So, we actually finished with the 4th box on Conquest, which was amazing because of all the First Order feats that got us quite a bit further. Plus, we got some really good drops on some data disk, and so it was actually a pretty good run. We got all the way to the 4th box, which was great for us, and that's our best run so far in Galactic Conquest. And the good news is that the next Galactic Conquest, which starts in 2 weeks, we won't have Supreme Kylo win, but the one after that, we will have him, and that should allow us to really push maybe to the 5th or 6th box, because we'll have actual teams that can push through some of these challenge areas that we weren't able to push through before. And also, there are some Supreme Leader Kylo Ren quests and that kind of stuff that we can also do in there that will help quite a bit. So it's a lot of fun to have conquests that we actually have characters for. So many of these things so far have been, yeah, I don't have any of those guys. Just doesn't do anything. Nothing. So that's where we're at on that. Outside of that, everything else is going pretty well. GAC has been awful. Awful, I tell you. We finished last round at 1-2. We are in Bronzium 2, so I think it's not that awful. We may end up promoting this season. We have 2 more full weeks to go, and we're 100 points behind, which basically means we need to go 5-1, maybe 4-2. So that does seem unlikely for us to promote, but we could go on that run. In any case, being Bronzium 2 does not hurt my feelings at all, and we are once again matching up with somebody who is 50% higher than us. I mean, at least they're not double our GP as much anymore, but 50% is a lot, especially when you're facing Revens, Maliks. This guy also has Relic 7 Vaders, Relic 7 JKR. He's got a Relic. He's got a lot of Relic 1s, which is kind of weird. But to each his own, I guess. A Relic 5 IG88. I don't know why. Beskar Mando over here at Relic 1. So he's a Relic 1 guy. That's all I can say. I don't recommend doing that, by the way. Once upon a time, it made sense to only go to Relic 1 or Relic 0 because you didn't want to boost your GP, but that is no longer the case. You do want to bloat your GP because you want to get to 4 million GP so you get all of the events that give you the Conquest characters when they're ready. And right now, there are 3 of them in there as they just added Maul. So until next time, OBG out.